Welcome back, everyone! It's been a while. The heat wave in Europe was quite exhausting, but I'm finally back with some videos again, this time showcasing a hidden gem, Destiny of Immortals, which I've been playing the whole week, to be honest. I've had this week off, so I mostly have been playing this game. As you can see, a lot of it is in English. We are currently running an English mod thanks to Alcera. The game is completely playable in that regard with the English translation. About 99% of it is translated, and with the rest we can still work. The game, furthermore, is still in early access. It's planned that there are going to be more routes in the future. Currently we have one major route and there are like 4 or 5 in total planned. But this game is your classical Xianxia influenced game with reincarnation stuff, so you can increase your character every time. After every playthrough you get more achievements, you can make your character stronger and so on. And what I like about the game in particular is the combat system. Once we get to it, it's amazing, easily a 9 out of 10. It's what gets me back into the game again and again, to just play around with it again and again. Just look at how many different techniques there are as well. So there's a ton to play around with. This is just the techniques. Then we also have our spells. There are more than 600 spells, more than 400 techniques, so a lot. And well, here's for example one of the translations where it's missing. The shui one is not translated as water, but if you just hover over any technique of it, you'll pretty much figure it out instantly. But yeah, so much for that. For this run, we'll obviously start a new playthrough. I have done, in theory, 4, one of which was to test some stuff, whether we get new dialogue. 2 are just like shorter routes, and 1 was the full playthrough. And since I myself have played the game a bit, I'm also going to use a few points. Not all of them, not nearly. First up, under initial talents you can actually gain 10 additional coins by reducing your own lifespan, so I'll just run with that. Then, because I want to play with a water build, I'll pick this Heaven Root Water. Don't worry about the fact it's a Heaven Root. You can easily get that in the game. I'll immediately showcase how you could do so. It's just for some flavor. There are different branches, different storylines in the game, and in particular the start is slightly altered if you have a Heaven Root, and I just want to showcase that. I could theoretically get some Heaven tier skills, but that's completely busted and I don't wish to do so. So the only thing I'll pick up is this alchemy furnace, because I really like the alchemy system and I want to showcase it, and with this I can very easily showcase it. And that's it. The last 200 points, you could throw it into your attributes, who cares. Let's create our character. Now for a character you have 2 different special artifacts. You can pick one of them. It even tells you what it does. The pearl allows you to consume or feed on other cultivators, absorb their cultivation, become a lot stronger very quickly. The cauldron allows you to, almost like Record of a Mortal's Journey to Immortality with Han Li, use your inner world, small world, to grow herbs, to grow minerals and so on. But the Chaos Pearl by far is the stronger of the 2 options. And here we are, we need a good name. Now, as for the tutorials, I'll just disable them. True cultivation can also stay off, and we will play on Hell mode. After all, I do have a water spirit root, which will do almost nothing, I can tell you that much. The spirit roots are so inconsequential, it is quite ridiculous, but let's continue. Next up, since I am on Hell mode, I only get 4 allocation points. Otherwise you would get, I believe, 10 or 8. We can even check it. On normal difficulty, okay, 6. On easy difficulty, 8. Okay, it's like that. But well, I can deal with this amount. And we have different techniques here. We can or must choose one technique, and we have different options. We could get a technique with +4 speed. There are also different spells you could pick, but none of these spells are too amazing for us, but so be it. But here, for example, you can see one of the spells, the water bullet spell. At the bottom it says damage formula is your water spirit root ×2 plus your Dantian bonus. And well, for the early game this would be, we have a root of 10, it's 20 damage, hell yeah. For the late game where you deal about 2000 damage, the 20 damage is not going to do so much. And that's one of the issues. But to be honest, we can also run this. We get rid of the other 2s. We'll pick up the cauldron for sure. I have 4 points left. How about we grab this artifact and the +4 speed water internal manual. In particular, I have no clue what build I am specifically going for with water. All I know is I want to play with water. Most elements have about 3 different build archetypes you can run. And so we definitely have some choices. If one doesn't work, we can go with the other one. But the combat system and how it works is so cool. We'll definitely find something. Next up, we get a slight introduction to our Dantian. This is currently our Dantian, which is where our chi resides. It's basically in your belly, and you have to drag your techniques onto it, and you even get some bonuses. For example, this water bullet would get +1 spell damage for each adjacent water spell. We currently don't have any, but you could place them next to each other to like synergize off of it. And you can only get a certain amount of spells on your Dantian because you are limited by size. You can make it way bigger. I believe the maximum is 23 across and 15 tall, which is 345 total tiles. So there's like a lot of customization. And besides that, we are will die at age 40, so be it. Let's start it. Early access once more, so this is sadly not moist. Basically, at the start of the universe, there were 2 insane artifacts, and they drifted through the cosmos and eventually landed on different planets, in this case on the planet Earth. To be honest, I don't even know if this is planet Earth. Let's just... the cultivation planet, let's just say it like that. And obviously there's the whole cultivation thing going on. People slaughter each other and so on. And at some point, here you go, chapter 1, flowers fall. At some point it landed near us, or rather in okay, it's not a planet Earth, it's the Azure Cloud Realm. The Azure Cloud Realm, a low-level realm with sparse spiritual energy, lies nameless amidst this vast starry sky. In the immortal Destiny City, immortals and mortals coexist, creating a unique atmosphere. The creation Chaos Pearl drifted through the sea of stars for an age beyond measure. At last it chose its course, pierced the dark vault of heaven and plummeted straight towards the Sungyun realm, the Azure Cloud Realm. Heroic Angel's parents died when I was 3, and the uncle passed away as well. Since then, Heroic Angel and his aunt lived together in a humble home, struggling through hardship day by day. When Heroic Angel was 10, they heard a Zhongqi, a righteous Qi Alliance cultivator, giving free lectures on the path of cultivation. After returning home and practicing breathing techniques, they actually drew Qi into their body overnight, breaking through to the first level of Qi refining. If you play the game for the first time and don't have a heavenly root, there is a slightly different story. I'll let you experience that on your own, but this is just like a slight twist on it. Heroic Angel's talent was so astonishing that they excitedly told their aunt about it. She told him not to ever repeat this manner. Possessing such talent without family protection, at best they would be forcibly taken and made to sign a slave contract. At worst, they would attract possession or death. They could only cultivate in secret and claim to be a 3 spirit root. Although he had superior talent with no family background, he dared not make a fuss. Therefore, he decided to explore the path of cultivation on his own. And at some point, we wanted to go out and gain some experience. We of course bid our aunt farewell. We also head over to Aunt Ma. She always took care of us and our own aunt, so we'll first ask her to take care of our aunt while we are gone, and we'll also kowtow to her. And here we are in the world. We get some different quests already. This is the first map in particular. You can see we have some different aspects in the game. We have our own home where we can interact with them, with the martial performance stage, some different buildings and so on, and a lot of inventory spaces. I guess I could equip my artifact. We have our basic stats right here. We have our spirit roots right here. You can even see the special ones, thunder, wind and ice. I initially thought about playing with one of these for the playthrough, but it's a bit harder to replicate for anyone. Besides that, we have our Dantian, which is what I mentioned with the combat system. You can increase the size a lot, and there's so many cool interactions between those. Our map, our current side professions. Currently only alchemy is available. The other two are still in development, and well, that's something the game has mentioned. They are trying to release them in the next half a month to a month. Besides that, we also have our pill crafting menu, and here we can select a furnace as well. You can easily get a furnace if you don't start with the initial one by heading to the blacksmith. There is this artificer. Do you sell anything good? Not that I currently have money, but let's just stream about it, okay? But we can just interact with him in this event. On this day, the market in Xianxia city was bustling with activity, and a crowd of people crowded in front of a stall, making it almost impossible to move. Heroic Angel pushed through the crowd and saw a white-bearded old doer sitting behind a stall, which was filled with various talisman, pills and artifacts gleaming with spiritual light and extraordinary quality. Surrounding cultivators were vying to buy and discussing animatedly. Xianxia, this top-grade she-gathering pill is a rare find. I heard that the 100 trades master has reached the peak of foundation establishment and is traveling around the world. It's rare for him to stop in the Immortal Destiny city. If I don't buy today, when will I ever buy from him? Heroic Angel was intrigued, and watching him, a thought arose in his heart. Only after the stall's goods were sold out and the crowd gradually dispersed, did Angel muster the courage to step forward and bow to the Master 100 Arts. This junior pays respect to the senior. Kid, you're late. Everything's sold out, nothing for you left. This junior wishes to become your apprentice and learn skills. From now on, I'm willing to handle miscellaneous tasks and serve you without complaints. Master 100 Arts glanced at Heroic Angel, seeing his shabby attire. Come on, mate! I'm just a farmer, what am I supposed to wear? I can't wear fancy clothing. Don't have the cash for that. In fact, I'm really poor. Young man, we are not related. Why should I take you as a disciple? Moreover, when I accept disciple, I prioritize their character. You are driven by greed, only interested in earning spiritual. Come on, everyone is. Let's be honest, in this dog-eat-dog cultivation world, there's nothing else. Heroic Angel felt disappointment, but he's still unwilling to give up. I'm willing to endure any hardship and do any job. I only ask you give me a chance. By Generan, so the 100 Arts Master secretly activated his technique and saw that above Angel sat a faint purple aura coiled, a sign of bearing great fortune. Wait a moment, come closer. We came closer. He scrutinized us for a moment, stroked his beard and smiled. I never imagined you, young friend, would have such a fortunate encounter. My name is Baiye. I'm somewhat versed in alchemy, artifact crafting, talismans. I see you possess great potential and a promising future. Today I will make an exception and offer some guidance. Thank you so much, Xianxia. I will remember it forever. Tell me, what do you want to learn? As mentioned, some aspects of it are still under development. We can only learn alchemy, so we'll ask him about alchemy. Exactly lies in understanding the principles of herbs. I'll explain all of it in the future. I'll do a lot of alchemy. It's super powerful in this game, like super powerful alchemy. It's not just to earn money, but to also increase your own character, make him a lot more proficient. Remember, we are on hell difficulty. And doing that, we also get a furnace from him, we get some recipes, we get some herbs, all of which we can either use or sell. There's that. We can also check out this event. Basically, we are at the night market and someone is messing around. Someone here is saying he thought he bought an artifact with armor on it, but instead it was shield, and armor and shield are two different mechanics. Exactly. Shield provides a one-time value to essentially prevent one-shots. It's like at the start of combat you get that one time, and that's it. As such, the value is a lot higher. Armor, on the other hand, is almost like plated armor. If you've played Slay the Spire, it grants block or shield at the end of every turn. As such, for like prolonged fights, armor is a lot better than shield. You've come at the perfect time. And well, in this case, the seller already knows the law enforcement team. Shut up! How dare a scion of a minor family cause trouble in Xianxia City? Beat him to death. Kang Fei, being a local strongman, had always kept the Liu family enforcement team in check. Uncle, please don't beat him to death. I can't afford this reputation hit. Leave spirit stones as a compensation and get out. But we managed to pick up the bracelet. And itself, when you hover over a lot of the stats, it already tells you what they do. Most are pretty self-explanatory. We have energy, which is the energy restored at the start of each turn. So you get 3 energy every turn. You have Divine Soul, which is how much energy you can store. And of course, if you have like 4 Divine Soul but would get 50 energy per turn, you can only have 4. This is your maximum, so there's that. Luck increases your loot drops, and in particular an appraise function, which we'll get to later, though currently we can't abuse it since I didn't start with luck items, but there's that. Besides that, also important event which I want to showcase is we are here in the bounty board reward hall, a reward of 1000 spirit stones. If you can provide information on his whereabouts. May I ask, young lady, who's this Li Yifan? Why is he worth so much? You may not know this, immortal master, but this person's whereabouts are shrouded in mystery. According to the Elder, 100 years ago there was a rogue cultivator named Li Yifan, who was originally a useless person with 5 spiritual roots, but he suddenly transformed into a single spiritual root immortal genius. Oh, how did he do it? It said he created a spiritual root stealing art that can forcefully steal the spiritual root of others and place it on its own body. At the same time, this technique is extremely evil, and the person whose spiritual root was stolen will die on the spot. And well, this is why I mentioned my own heavenly root is not too powerful, because you can also just steal it. You will get this secret art in the future. Besides that, there are 2 more events. This one is not too interesting, you can even like skip it with S, which I'll just do for this one. The other one is a quiz. Her angel stepped into the Lingxi pavilion and saw over 30 figures gathered in a circle with a blue-robed elder teaching in the center. He stood quietly at the edge of the crowd. Cultivation techniques are the foundation of spiritual practice, while spells are the tools for defeating enemies. Today, let us discuss with you the way of spells and techniques. Magical arts are categorized by attributes, the most common being the 5 elements: metal, wood, water, fire, earth. Besides these 5 elements, what other attributes do you know? There are 3 more: ice, wind, thunder. Excellent! These 3 systems are mostly hidden in ancient scrolls within secret realms, rarely seen by ordinary cultivators, so we'll leave them aside. Today's focus remains on the 5 elements. I'll pose a little question. Whoever can answer it will receive a bottle of blood clotting pills. Anyone willing to give it a try? Everyone raises their hands. Hell yeah. Among the 5 elements magics, which one has the most devastating single hit? It is metal, of course. Metal is often related with sharpness, cutting, and so on. It must be metal. When a metal cultivator strikes, blood is sure to flow. You could argue smashing a giant boulder on top of someone, on top of their head, is also quite lethal, but it's metal. Correct. And here we go, we get some pills. Now that we are here, my first goal is actually to get some money. If you've played the game, like your first real experience is you fight this first enemy, Chi Refining level 1, you defeat it immediately, then you defeat a, let's say, some random cultivator, Chi Refining level 2, you die. That's like the typical way it goes. As such, we are first in need of some money. There is the bounty board, which you can use. There's a cool one. Do we have it? Eliminate a demonic cultivator. You can go up to the cultivator and he even like tries to purchase his own life. That's a way to get money. You can sell some items from the reincarnation shop. That's another way. In my case, I'll just sell the items. I got this Xianxia sword. I don't need these formulas. I have no interest in this bracelet, health restoring pill. Who needs it? And we can go to the spirit material shop. Here I can buy some herbs, and that's what I'll do right away. I'll fiddle around with alchemy, in particular spiritual herbs. Now I will need, where is it? 4 earth. I would like 7 water. And I'll explain all of it in a moment. I'll just try to grab the materials. 7 water and then 2 metal. That should be it. And the way the alchemy system works is normally you'd have some recipes. You can also buy recipes. In particular, this one NPC sells a lot of the different formulas. I, in my case, know how to create a jade bone pill, so I'll just do it. And in the way this works is we have in our alchemy system 2 different slots. We have the yang slot and the yin slot. And all of our different herbs have either a value which is like a positive value +4 or a negative value like this -1. And the way you have to envision it is almost like the ancient math classes in school. Our left field is a plus field, our right field is a negative field. And if we place our +2 wood on the left side, we get +2 wood as an attribute. If we were to place our +2 on our negative side, remember you have a negative and you have a plus sign in math, it turns into a negative. Similarly, if you have a negative attribute on an herb, you place it in the positive area, negative and positive turn into negative. On the other hand, 2 negatives turn into positive. That's why I'm saying it's like almost like your classic math class in school, and there's that. But now for our pill, what I would like, and once I have some actual recipes, I can show you what it's based on. But I would like to create this. In this specific manner, I want 4 earth, 7 water, and 2 metal. Now I want 2 of these metal attributes to be at the top of the furnace. Now you can do this with the most basic furnace. I'll just do it with this furnace. And why do I use this furnace? It reduces the time alchemy takes. This most basic pill would take, I believe, like 3 days, maybe 5 days. like this it costs 0 days, and this is absolutely overpowered, and I just want to showcase how overpowered it is. But by creating one like this, I get some top grade pills, which I can sell. Let's go, I can sell it to this character. He doesn't even have enough money, oh my. I know there are some more characters over here. He's also poor. They do get a lot more over the time. He's only buying it for 240 sad times. But there's that. And this alchemy process is something I want to now repeat a bit. I guess I could let it remember the filters as well. Do I have enough for 2 sets? I should have. Let's buy some these, and 4 of them. Now the amazing thing is the game keeps track of the formulas you have created, so we can just do this as well. But now to showcase it, how it actually would work. I'm getting shorted a bit of money. I don't like this. Fine, let's do it like this. Now we can get this recipe. You don't need the recipe, I just bought it just to showcase how alchemy actually works. When you grab a recipe, in this case the Jade Bone Pill recipe, it tells you what the pill would do, the attributes required, some herbs you could use, but these are not mandatory, and an additional tip. In our case, the tip is for each metal type spiritual herb at the top of the furnace +1 pill quality. This is why I put those 2 metal herbs at the top, so I get a top grade pill, which is better than a normal pill. In particular, I would need to craft another one for it, but I do have one. In particular, my top grade Jade Bone Pill grants +3 armor. If you look at a random one, you don't sell one sadly, it would only grant 1 armor. And by using those special tips, you can create way more powerful pills. And this is what I would be doing now for a bit. I would go into the spirit material shop, purchase a lot of these herbs and just continue this process. And that's what I'll do. I'll check in with you in a moment. Okay, I'm just checking out the additional NPCs. Here I'm in the City Lord mansion. I'm trading with the bottommost one. He has a really cool technique, the Blood God Cannon. Each time an enemy is killed, +5 HP cap, up to 20 times. Interesting thing about this technique is this is a permanent HP buff once you get it. It's not like other manuals which only grant the effect as long as you have it equipped. With this one is as long as you have killed it while it was equipped once, you can get the effect forever. So 100 HP doable with this, we'll definitely trade for that. Also another very handy feature is track herbs. You can click on one of your recipes, click track herbs, and when you open a shop, it immediately shows you the tracked ones at the top. So you can easily purchase it and so on. And here is another recipe you can use, which is 7 wood for earth, and for each additional earth attribute at the bottom we can increase the grade of our pill. The basic one, a spell blocking pill, is +1 spell defense, a high grade is +2, a top grade +3, and that's what I'll also do. I'll try to create as many pills as I can. And with that, I even managed to get to the next rank in Alchemist by just crafting a bunch of those pills, which allows me to pick one of these two. Either increase the pill quality of all our future pills by 1, or the pill yield. Let's just go for the pill count. Let's get even richer. And another one, 7 metal, 4 fire. For each metal one on the left of your cauldron, +1 grade increase. So I'll pick a +4 metal, a -3, minus and minus turn into plus, and then 2 plus 2 fire ones. Top grade strength pill. Okay, I'm back from my alchemy trip. I did a lot of alchemy. I even sold pills to then get more herbs to then create more pills. And you can see I have like a surplus of remaining herbs and even of the different pills. And we can use some of these, like these top grade jade bone pills, plus 3 armor for each one used. Let's use 8 of them, we get 24 armor. We can get some physical attack, spell defense as well, but I'll currently use them as money. And we'll actually, I want to continue the map, but let's first trade for a map. There's a map in every market which allows you to see the full map. So here we are in the city, there's different villages over here, a town over here. You can see where the quests are. There should be, okay, not yet right now at the game start, but there's going to be more quests over here, one down here and so on. But first, let's follow our main quest. Kill the first enemy. Let's head down to the Fluffball Rat. We strolled leisurely along the way. Suddenly the sound of thundering hooves came from behind. 2 fast horses kicking up the clouds of dust galloped past, narrowly brushing against Heroic Angel's sleeve. Before he could even collect himself, the group had turned back. A horsewhip lashed unexpectedly across your face and a searing, burning pain exploded on your skin. You ignorant little beggar, don't you have eyes? How dare you ram my young master's carriage? Heroic Angel's heart blazed with rage, eyes wide, staring fixedly at the whip-wielding servant. How dare you? You dare glare at me? Believe it me or not, I'll gouge out your dog eyes. Rage churned with Heroic Angel, veins bulging on their arms, yet they forced the surging fury down their throat. The wicked servant saw his unwilling expression and was about to whip again. Just then a brocade-clad youth rode over. Stop arguing. Business is important. Why waste words on an ant of the first level of chi refining? Correct. Never mind, I won't bother with them. I was whipped for no reason and publicly humiliated. I'll definitely repay you with a lash in the future. I will remember today's humiliation. Defeat him in a sparring match or other battle. But let's now fight against the Fluffball Rat. Oh no, he's faster. So be it. This is the combat system. Initially, or rather what the actions are based on, is your speed. Currently I have speed 9, the enemy has speed 11. We are health difficulty after all. As such, he is faster than me, but he's not too much faster, otherwise he could just outlap me. Every turn I currently get 3 energy, which is my energy value, and I can use all of my different things I would have. I already sold my magic weapon, so otherwise I could have used this. But we have our water bullet technique as in use. I need to speed up the combat right there. And you can see for defeating an enemy I get cultivation. That is our Chaos Pearl. The opponent who had been locked in battle just moments ago now lay at one's feet with eyes wide open. We stared at the twisted corpse in a pool of blood still shaken. Threads of spiritual energy emanating from the enemy's corpse seeped into our dantian like silk, all of them converging into that Creation Chaos Pearl. In that instant, the Creation Chaos Pearl within us trembled violently, spinning like a maddening vortex. We were overjoyed. Vast spiritual power flooded back like an incoming tide, and our cultivation began climbing at a visible pace. Suddenly we felt a wave of dizziness wash over us. Our vision went dark and the entire being vanished from where we stood. Where am I? Suddenly we noticed a star above that was unusually bright and carried an air of mystery. In an instant, a change occurred. a brilliant yellow bolt of light shot down like lightning and vanished into our body. Immediately a flood of information about the Creation Chaos Pearl surged into our minds. We gradually digested this information. Creation Chaos Pearl, seizing the life force and spiritual energy of all things, a supreme treasure of heaven and earth, and I became its Nine Master. Oh, I'm actually sensing a thought. I can slightly enhance my spiritual root. Which should I enhance? Normally you'd have the choices of the roots you have. I only have water. So here we are, only having water. Yep, kill living beings, seize their cultivation and convert it into your own. It's our cheat. It's super powerful. In my actual playthrough, I did not have to cultivate in seclusion a single time. I can just kill all the time. +2 water, spiritual root, and we unlock our supreme treasure. Now the supreme treasure has multiple nodes you can use, and it's almost like a skill tree. Now don't worry, normally you'd have to choose between some of them. Resetting is free, so I could choose to get +1 extra loot. This one is now grayed out, but on the bottom left there is a node that allows you to take all the nodes. So don't worry too much about having to choose, and resetting is always free, so just have your fun. There's even some cool spells which allows you to steal equipment from enemies, or not just enemies, NPCs, steal techniques from NPCs, which is amazing, but since I am playing on Hell mode, these have some downside for me. On normal difficulty they have no downside. I can also store my cultivation in a spirit orb, but you can see it now starts casting spirit stones. Let's just do this. There are ones you can upgrade spells, you can fuse techniques, which is super powerful, super OP, and so on. You can check it out on your own. Now let's continue. I am too slow. But I need to pass a month. Now, if you try to fight some enemies, it even shows you with the tiger screen, some enemies could be very powerful. Currently my NPC is not too strong, so I'll slowly at a leisurely pace continue. But that's the basic gist. You know what? I'll also craft some top grade blood generating pills with the herbs I have left. 3 water, 1 wood for fire. For each water attribute at the bottom it increases the quality. So let's check out how many I can create. 15, amazing. Each of them increases my HP by 3. I suddenly have 60 HP and now I'm doing fine. I can also grab my plus spell defense ones. I have a ton of spell defense. I don't need physical attack. Spell attack is also not too impactful. But now let us explore. There are different events, like down here. We drink water. The spirit stones on your body fall into the pool and emit a bright light, seemingly triggering a hidden formation below. What should you do? Check the water. We get a gold Aegis Skirt. In this battle it can be used 5 times. Each use consumes 30 spirit stones and deals 10 AoE damage. That's cool. I'll grab that. How much could I sell it for? 50. There's also a rogue cultivator down here. The spirit roots are not too amazing. Do you have anything amazing to sell? Nah. There is armor. I would very much like some gear. Gear would be super handy, but nothing for me right now. These are too powerful. We have a merchant selling some artifacts, but yeah, nothing of it is too impactful for me. Instead, I'll just wander around a bit. Let's pick off some of these easy enemies. Yeah, easy enough. And then I'll head back into the city. every month all of the shops refresh, and this is what I'm waiting for. I mostly bought everything out of the material shop, so I'll head back again. Oh yeah, we get to Chi Refining level 2. More HP, more health, and this is also an interesting thing, our Dantian. Every time you level up, you get expansion points, and you can increase your Dantian. You can also remold it for free, which is return all of your Dantian points, so you can like reallocate them and so on. Outside of that, did we have any like cool arts? There's also a shop that sells spirit arts. Let's look at water. We could buy the water bullet again. +2 water spell damage as a technique, not bad. Deal some damage. Each time an enemy is killed, get some water moisture. Looks fine as well, 18 damage. Gain shield. Gain shield is not bad. Self-stack. Every turn this can be used. +2 damage, hell yeah. I'm at 2 spirit stones. I guess let's get the water saber technique, and with right click you can also rotate it. For each adjacent water spell above +1. Wait a second, we can do that. Let's rotate. And you can see water bullet damage +1. We now have 1 water spell above. As such, this gets +1 damage. I want to advance to the next day, hell yeah. By doing so, a lot of these NPCs refresh their shop. Do we have anything interesting? There's a ton of good artifacts on him. The 100 Soul Banner. After 1 turn, deal 20 damage. Each time an enemy is killed, increase the damage by 2, up to 15. So it can be up to 50 damage. Interesting. Destroy an artifact of yours and deal 60 damage. Wow. What do you have? Like, there's a ton of cool ones. Current energy is more than 7, deal 100 damage. Water Spear. I like that. 0 energy cost, +6 damage. I would very much like to buy the Water Spear. Would you take some pills for it? The Water Arrow art? Yeah. Water Arrow is also cool. But I think my current one would advance to it. Anything else? Ignore shield, deal 100 damage to all enemies. Costs 5. Cool. Like, I'm quite certain my water bullet, exactly, can be advanced to water ball technique. It says it at the bottom. And then the water ball technique upgrades to the water arrow. So let's just follow through with that. Do you say, oh, nice. This is something I'm always on the lookout for in the early game, is any of +1 ice or +1 wind herbs. Those are super handy for alchemy. Also, you have 1000 money. I would very much like a ton of it. +1 thunder is also a more rare one, so let's grab that as well. No interest in this. Perfect. Plus earth. Oh, let's just buy them. Life Goo Curse. Adjacent water spells is more than 4, +6 water damage. Very cool. But nothing I need. But now it's time for me to do some alchemy again. I want to get rich. Thunderstruck grass, sure. You have some money as well. So what I'll do for alchemy once more is I will head into my formula screen, pick out, for example, the Jade Bone Pill, drag the herbs, go ahead, put on batch processing, buy all of them. Costs a pretty penny. but we can now refine all of them. I think I can also use 12 more. Perfect, 60 armor. Next one, chi controlling, drag ups. Do I have enough money? I don't. This is not what I wanted to do. Sure, let's sell those ones. And this is what I'll be doing for the early game. Plus spell attack. That sounds good. Plus 60 spell attack. And you can become insanely powerful like that early on. And that's exactly what I'm willing to do. And most importantly, with the ice attribute, I know this one on top of my head. Which good water one do I have? I don't need. We can create a top grade Meridian expansion pill. 1 ice, 5 water, and I don't remember what I think it's per water herb it increases the grade by 1, and by having a top grade it increases your Dantian limit by 3. Let's grade it. We create 3 pills plus 9 Dantian. Suddenly, look at this, I can increase it so much more. It's looking hot now. Didn't I buy a technique? Blood cord can? Water spear, exactly. So let us equip this one. It's 4, okay. Sure. Okay, this is a bit annoying too. Wait, nah, I can manage this. We'll place the water spear like this. Nah. I'm trying to... Okay, I need to remold. I can do this. I am sure. We'll increase this by 4. Place down the water spear right there. Place down the water saber right here. So this has 2 adjacent water spells above, plus 2 damage. And then let us just expand to get our base technique again. Perfect. I just love it. I just love the system. Another type of pill you can craft is the top grade shield condensing one. 2 water, 1 earth for each water on the left, which is why I'm using -1 water ones instead of just a +2. I increase the grade a bit. And we can craft the maximum number of these as well. A very similar pill, 7 water for earth, top grade shield pills. It's the same shield stuff, same idea for each water on the... Okay, it's for... it's not for each earth on the right this time. It's +1 grade. So in this case I have 3, but I only need 2 and can create these top grade ones. I can't create all of them, but it will help me. 66 shield, 60 armor. And I will just continue on with the alchemy. I also created some health cap ones, 108 HP already. We're looking super nice. Here I am in the next town, and one of these NPCs has a wind herb, which is very, very handy. Additionally, one of the strongest techniques you could run if you want to, the golden blade art. For each row above, +3 spell damage. You can very easily, I can even at this point get 14 rows above it, which means this deals 42 spell damage with each hit and costs 1 energy. Very powerful. Use this for a super nice early game. I'm not going to. And here is what I'll use this wind herb for. So it's -1 wind, +1 wood, which means since my recipe wants 8 water, 1 wind, I need to cancel out the wood. So we use this additional herb. All in all, we have +1 wind from it. Then I want 8 water. I pick 2 -3 water herbs. and then one single +2 water herb, and with that I get 8 water, and by having multiple water herbs on this right cauldron side, I get a top grade movement pill. Very handy. It gives me more speed, and as mentioned, speed affects your action order. So I went from just having 10 speed to 19, super powerful. Just for reference, we can also fight a blazing rooster, and I'll show you what it does. You can see I am already faster than it, and I can use both of my techniques to get more spell damage this turn. And now it deals 34, I can one hit. Oh yeah, +3 cultivation. And here I'm fighting against 2 enemies, they are already dead, so easy. And chi refining level 3, oh yeah. Plus cultivation. This should trigger an event exactly, since obtaining there's a word missing, the chaotic pearl, this like chaotic divine pearl. Our cultivation advanced by leaps and bounds. One day we suddenly heard a commotion of shouts and curses. Curiously we approached. Young Master Liu, this 1,000-mile escape talisman is a family heirloom of mine. Even if you offer me more spirit stones, I will never sell it. Old man, how dare you possess a second-tier high-grade talisman? If you know what's good for you, hand it over, or you'll regret it. In broad daylight, is there still a law? Do we still have justice? The law? In this Xianxia county, our Liu family is the law. Whatever you say, young master, is law. Why waste words with this old bastard? Just kill him and bring me my 1,000-mile escape talisman. Yes, young master. Don't come any closer. With a flash of cold light, Lin Wu's blade pierced Hua Changlin's heart. After finding his 1,000-mile escape talisman, he immediately destroyed the body to cover his tracks. What ruthless methods! These 2 master and servants truly treat human life like dirt. Our heart shook violently. Previously the physician was always nice to me. Yep. We decide to take revenge for it. But we'll do so after we've gotten a lot stronger. It's merely month 3 now, and there's still a lot to do. Okay, amazing luck. We found another NPC with a +1 wind one. You know exactly which recipe we are doing again. So let's just grab our, where is it, +1 wind. Then we need a total of 8 water. Where is it? I want 2 of them on this side. And 1 more over here. Top grade spirit movement pill. Perfect. Just craft them, consume them, 29 speed. And this is the NPC in the Grotto residence that had it. What do you have? Minus metal. I guess that's okay. Lifespan extending pill. Not too important. This NPC right here also sells really nice boots. +5 speed, +22 shield. Let's grab them as well. And let's sell some of my pills, I guess. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Look at us, 11k already. Hell yeah, amazing. Alchemy is just overpowered. I also bought more recipes, so we can work towards those as well. Here, for example, we have the recipe 4 water, 7 fire, 2 wood. For each wood type at the top of the furnace, +1 pill quality. So let us just simply create this one. I think I have a ton of these. Let's just use them. 4 water, 7 fire, +4 fire, -3 fire. This would be a Blood Fiend pill. I'm not too interested in reducing my lifespan. And then lastly 2 wood. We need 2 at the top. If you just were to use a +2 pill, I would only get a high grade as I only have 1 wood at the top. So we'll use 2 of the lower level ones. +4 HP cap. Great, the max I can get 200 HP. 200 HP. And I'll continue this for a bit. I'll definitely will. Some more pills for us to consume, plus physical defense, plus shield, plus HP, plus shield, 160 shield, 260 HP. Looking really damn solid. I would like some more speed, but this is perfectly fine. I love it. Some more Lacus are nice as well, but that's for another time.